Landing page builders, AI-optimized options. AI landing pages are the quiet bottleneck in Outbound. If your SDRs are doing the work, but meetings still feel inconsistent, the issue is often what happens after the click. Cold email, LinkedIn outreach, and even cold calling services can generate interest, but generic pages leak intent fast. In practice, the landing page is where your outbound sales agency either captures demand or wastes it. Across industries, the median landing page converts around 6.6%, while focused B2B landing pages can average 13.28% when the offer and messaging are tightly aligned. That spread is why AI-optimized landing page builders have become one of the highest leverage upgrades for a modern B2B sales agency. You can move faster, personalize more, and iterate without waiting on a dev queue. At SalesHive, we treat landing pages as sales assets, not marketing decor. When an SDR agency routes outbound traffic to a page that mirrors the talk track and email angle, you reduce friction and improve lead quality at the same time. The goal is simple: turn more of your hard-won clicks into qualified conversations. Know your baseline before you turn on AI. Before you add AI routing, AI copy, or dynamic personalization, get a clean baseline by traffic source, persona, and offer. A weekly report that tracks visits, conversion rate, and meetings created by page is usually enough to start, and it keeps your experiments honest. Without that baseline, teams often feel improvement while the pipeline story stays fuzzy. Benchmarks help you calibrate what good looks like, but they also reveal whether you're fixing fundamentals or stacking optimization on top of a broken experience. If your page is below the cross-industry median of 6.6%, AI won't be a miracle. Your messaging and page structure need attention first. If you're already near the B2B average of 13.28%, AI can often unlock an incremental lift that compounds across every channel you run. Speed and mobile performance are part of that baseline, not a nice-to-have. Mobile now accounts for about 82.9% of landing page traffic, and a B2B site that loads in 1 second can convert 3x higher than one that takes 5 seconds. If your page is slow or clunky on a phone, you're paying for clicks you'll never get a chance to sell. What AI optimized really means and what it doesn't. In B2B sales development, AI should multiply execution, not reinvent strategy. The best AI landing page builders help you ship pages quickly, generate controlled variants, headlines, hero copy, CTAs, and learn faster than manual A/B testing typically allows. They're excellent co-pilots for production speed and iteration volume. Where AI gets especially practical is automated routing and optimization. Tools like Unbounce Smart Traffic report roughly 30% more sales and signups on average by sending each visitor to the variant they're most likely to convert on, instead of forcing everyone through one static test. Broader AI marketing studies also cite landing page conversion lifts up to 36% when AI is used for content and testing, which is meaningful when you're paying for attention through ads or a cold email agency. What AI should not do is rewrite your positioning without supervision. Unsupervised copy can drift into overpromises, vague benefits, or compliance risk, especially in enterprise deals. Our rule: lock the core value prop that your closers can defend. Then use AI to generate variants around it, not a new story entirely. Tie every page to a specific sales motion and workflow. Landing pages perform best when they're mapped to a concrete motion: a cold email sequence, a post-cold call follow-up link, a LinkedIn ad set, or a webinar replay. When teams send outbound traffic to a generic homepage, the visitor has to find the thread themselves, and most won't. A focused page with one offer and one primary CTA is how sales outsourcing programs keep the intent they create. Operationally, this means building a standard outbound template and then cloning it for each ICP segment. Keep the structure consistent: value prop, proof, simple form, calendar option, FAQs, and only personalize what actually changes by persona or industry. That consistency is what allows an outsourced sales team to use the pages confidently, because the talk track and the page reinforce each other. Integration is non-negotiable if you want pages to create pipeline, not spreadsheets. Your builder should push form fills and high-intent events into Salesforce or HubSpot, map UTM fields, and trigger SDR workflows so reps can prioritize fast. If you can't trace meetings back to a URL in motion, you'll never know which of your cold calling companies or internal teams are generating real revenue outcomes. The click isn't the win. The win is when the landing page makes the buyer feel like the next step is obvious. Personalization that feels helpful, not creepy. Personalization works when it's relevant and restrained. Experian found personalized emails can generate 6 times higher transaction rates, and buyers bring that expectation to every touchpoint after the email, especially the landing page. If the message in the email is specific but the page is generic, the experience breaks and conversions drop. The strongest personalization lever on page is usually role or use case specific CTA and proof. HubSpot's analysis of 93,000 CTAs found targeted CTAs performed 178% better than generic ones, which is exactly why AI-assisted variant creation is so useful. You can keep the promise consistent while letting AI generate and test small, controlled changes that better match each audience segment. In mid-market and enterprise, guardrails matter more than flashy features. Choose tools that support roles, approvals, brand components, and privacy controls, so AI-generated pages don't accidentally ship non-compliant copy. We recommend tasteful personalization based on firmographics, industry, and campaign source, not sensitive PII, so the experience feels professional and aligned with buyer expectations. Common mistakes that quietly kill conversions. The most expensive mistake is sending outbound traffic to a homepage or a broad product page. Those pages are designed to serve everyone, which means they rarely speak directly to the one persona your SDRs targeted. The fix is straightforward. Use an AI landing page builder to spin up segment-specific pages that match the exact angle your outbound sales agency is running. The second mistake is letting AI rewrite your messaging without a human review loop. AI can help you draft and iterate quickly, but it can also introduce technical inaccuracies or claims your sales team can't support. Treat AI as a drafting assistant. Keep a locked base template and require approvals for any major promise, pricing, or compliance language change. The third mistake is ignoring speed and mobile UX because our buyers are on desktop. With 82.9% of landing page traffic coming from mobile and up to a 3 times conversion swing between fast and slow experiences, performance is a revenue lever. If your page isn't fast, responsive, and easy to complete on a phone, even the best cold callers can't salvage the funnel. How to run AI experiments without creating noisy data. AI makes it tempting to create endless variants, but more isn't better if traffic is limited. If a page only gets a few hundred visits per month, testing 10 to 15 variants will produce inconclusive results and false winners. A disciplined approach is to run a small number of strong variants at a time, then expand only when you see consistent lift. Use AI to accelerate the right kind of work. Headline options, hero framing, CTA language, and objection handling blocks. Keep the hypothesis clear. For example, industry proof in the hero will increase form completions, and track one primary KPI tied to revenue, such as meetings booked per 1,000 visits. When smart traffic style routing is available, it can help allocate traffic more intelligently and reduce the time it takes to learn. The highest performing teams also build a feedback loop with the front line. Your SDRs hear objections in real time that rarely show up in web analytics. So give them a simple path to request changes and use AI to draft those updates quickly. This is where an SDR agency and marketing team can operate like one system. Conversations inform the page, and the page improves the conversations. What to do next and what's coming. Start with an audit across the last 60 to 90 days of outbound and paid traffic. Which URLs were used, what converted, where meetings came from, and which pages were slow. Then, shortlist one builder that fits your stack, especially your CRM, analytics, and governance needs, and run a 30-day pilot. The biggest wins usually come from standardizing templates and tracking first, then layering AI optimization on top. Next, create one outbound grade landing page template that your teams can clone by segment. Align it to your cold calling team's talk track and your cold email agency messaging, and make sure every submission routes cleanly into the right owner and workflow. When the page, the outreach, and the follow-up are connected, the uplift in conversion rate turns into a compounding increase in meetings and pipeline. Looking ahead, AI landing pages will become more dynamic and more integrated with sales execution, not just marketing design. The best outcomes will go to teams who keep humans in control of positioning while using AI for speed, controlled personalization, and disciplined experimentation. If you want to outperform the B2B average of 13.28%, the formula is simple. Nail the fundamentals, wire the workflow, then iterate obsessively.